This is the journey to one Africa.
Hey, what up everybody? Welcome back to SNOA, and this is Mika. Guys, there's some updates here. I know right now, guys, I'm in Zambia, and a lot of things are going on here right now, but there's updates and I'd love to share with you guys about Zimbabwe. This news is going really viral. It has been updated more than 10 hours ago that US sanctions Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa over human rights abuses. And it says this, that the US imposed sanctions on Zimbabwean President Mnangagwa and other leaders over alleged abuses following disputed elections. Sanctions targeted individuals involved in corruption and human rights abuses, blocking assets in the US and barring unofficial traveling. Okay. Barring unofficial travel. The White House aimed to hold accountable individuals responsible for exploitation and illicit activities in Zimbabwe. Okay, let me just say this first of all. You guys are hypocrites. USA government, you guys are hypocrite, because these accountable individuals responsible for exploitation, this is what exactly you have done in Africa. This is what you have been doing in Africa. So first of all, let's cut that to the chase. That you don't have to pretend that you're perfect, and you don't have to pretend that you don't abuse, because we see a lot of abuses that are happening in Africa. The abuses that you did in Libya, until today, Libya is where it is today because of what you have done. And you have not yet been held accountable. So I'm just trying to be logic here. So I'm not saying that abuses have not happened. I know, one of the things that the world is struggling with, corruption. It's all over the place. Human rights, all over the place. Everywhere those problems are happening. I'm not here to promote. I'm not here to defend whatever evil that has been done. I think we Africans, we need to hold each other accountable. And that's why I'm always here to talk to our leaders, to talk about what they're doing and how they're doing it. I'm here to hold them accountable. But you, the US government, to stand there and to put sanction on the president of Zimbabwe, first of all, let me say this, it's okay. I think we need to agree, Africans, that it is okay to receive these sanctions. We need to come to a conclusion to say that it's okay. And we are overdoing this thing for so long. My suggestion has always been that we need to sanction ourselves. And the only way for us to sanction ourselves so that we may prosper is by us coming together as one people and work things out together. Work for our people and come together as a continent, work together as one people. Because I'm telling you, these are threats. And threats, they're working in us because we are so dependent on them. Zimbabwe has been going through sanctions for years. And the life and the economy of Zimbabwe has been going down because of what they've done to their money. Today, these sanctions have been put on the president and other leaders. By whose standards, by the way? By whose standards that you have to put those sanctions on them? The matter of fact, I don't even care. Put sanctions on any country, put all those sanctions, it's okay. But Africa, it's the time for us to have a real talk. And the real talk is this, that we need to have our own system. And we can only do that if all the entire continent of Africa come together as one and work together. Man, without unity, there will be no future of Africa. Our forefathers say that again and again and again. And our leaders, you are naive enough not to fight for the unity of this continent and unity of our people. You're not fighting for that. What do you expect? I've seen the other news, East African currents. I've seen a news from the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Tanzania. He says that, that plan is for 2031. And I'm like, which year are we today? 2031? You're waiting until 2031? What is it going to happen from today until that time? Yes, there's a lot of plans to be done. There's a lot of logistics to be done. But I'm telling you, even right now, we are very late. We're supposed to have East African currency. We're supposed to have African currency on our own. We're supposed to have that, because all the sanctions that were imposed in Zimbabwe would have never been in the situation they are today if we had our own African currency. And not only now sanctioned on the leaders that you cannot go, you cannot visit USA on an unofficial visit. You know why they're putting that? It is because that's what our leader does. They're going to relax there. They're going to have butter. We call in Swahili, we say butter. They're going to kula butter. It's like to enjoy lives. The sanction, it's even unofficial office. Imagine, they say unofficial travel. They are banning unofficial travel to the USA. That's one of the sanctions. Guys, is USA heaven? And then you realize that our leaders, they love doing that and they love enjoying that, and that is like everything to them. And this is insane. This is actually looking down on Africa. This is actually looking down on the leaders. This is actually looking down on the sovereignty of the countries and our countries. Who are you to interfere what is happening in the country? Whether it's bad, whether it's good, who are you? And let me tell you this, guys, if we Africans are not going to hold our leaders accountable in our country, somebody else will. This is what Eric Prince was talking about, to recolonize Africa again. It's this, that you're being sanctioned. You cannot go on unofficial travel. I'm telling you this, guys, don't even go on official travel, because you have your own ambassadors there. Use them. Use them there, and don't spend country money. Use the ambassadors you have in those countries to work for your country. Why do you have to go there and to spend the money of the people? You go there, you spend the money of the people, and the same people that you've run to, they accuse you of what? Of corruption and misuse and human rights abuse. You know what is human rights abuse? Human rights abuse is teaching small kids how to practice, same sex. That is human rights abuse. That is child abuse. You know what is child abuse? Child abuse is these kids to be adopted in the family that there's a father and father, both of them as a mother and father, living together with the child who is innocent and do not know anything. That is human rights abuse. That is human rights abuse. Human rights abuse is trying to make what is abnormal to be normal. That is human rights abuse. That it is. But today Zambia is being sanctioned. And the leader, the president of the country, what does that tell you, Africa? If our own president will be accused and held like this, these guys are not your friends, when are you going to realize that these are not your friends? This is shaming your own president, Zimbabwe. This is shaming the entire corner of Africa. That's why all Africans, we should rise up and come together as one people, because the only unity, is going to save us, not anything else. Nobody's going to be safe in this. Not me, not you, not even our leader, not our countries. These guys, they can come for anyone. How many times we have seen our leaders being killed? Muammar Gaddafi. In the national television, that is human rights abuse. Killing somebody in front of the whole entire world and showing that we killed them. That is human rights abuse. How many times we've seen that? And what are we doing about it? So anything can be done to us. Anything, anytime. Africa, I am crying with you. Please listen. Unity is the only answer. African leaders, if the leader of Zimbabwe has been accused this, you will be next to be accused of corruption, to be accused of, terrorism, to be accused of what? Dictatorship. The same game over and over and over again. I don't say these things are not happening, but I'm saying, who are you to accuse Africans? That's why they come and they say that these guys, they cannot lead their country. We should step in and recognize them again. Guys, we cannot keep entertaining this. The only solution is unity. Let me say this again. I came to Zambia. You guys, you know the story. You don't know half of the story. I haven't shared with you because I said I'm still processing these things. But let me tell you this, guys. We go through this because we are divided. We go through this because when we look at each other, we think like, oh, you're from Tanzania. This is Zambia. This is a different country. This is how you should practice. This is how you should do. Man, we are one people. Until when are we going to entertain these borders? Until when are we going to worship Westerners and leave ourselves alone? This is the result of us entertaining them, of us depending on them, of us bowing them and worshiping them. This is the result. Every single time we go to Europe, we go to America. Like they go. Now the sanction is banning you from going there on an official visit. Don't even go even if it's official visit. Till when are we going to be humiliated like this, Africa? When are we going to be humiliated? This is not just the president of Zimbabwe is being humiliated. It's the entire country of Zimbabwe is being humiliated. It's the entire Africa being humiliated. You tell me that in the United States there's no corruption. Your president, he has a lot of cases about that. Are you saying that there's no that? Is he saying that you're not abusing rights there? Why it has to be Africa? Why it always has to shame our leaders? You have no authority to shame another leader of a different country for anything. You have no that authority. Who has given you that authority? Oh, perhaps you've given them because we too damn depend on them. When are we going to wake up Africa? What I'm saying, I know it is very dangerous. And right now, more than ever, I know that I'm being monitored, I'm being watched, I'm being followed. They know everything. Everything about me. They know it. Guys, it is scary, but they know it. And I know it. I'm not saying conspiracy theory, but I know it. The experience that I'm going through, I know that they know. And why taking all this risk is to remind you Africans that whether I am here or I'm not here, you must know this one thing, that without unity, there will never be a future for Africa. The reason why I'm a target, the reason why they know everything about us, it is because we talk about unity. The unity of the continent is one of the message that is highly prohibited. They don't want it. They don't want it. Listen to me, Africa, and listen to me very careful. If we don't do that, we're going to still continue to lose people in Africa. And we're going to continue to lose economically. And this continent, man, I'm here in Zambia. I'm going in different countries in Africa. It's the same everywhere. The same poverty, the same street, the same struggles, the same things everywhere. Until when are we gonna have this? As if this continent is being led by one thing. You know, the one thing that colonizers did right is to colonize this country and put these borders. It's everywhere. Africa is bleeding inside out. Everywhere, guys. I'm in Zambia, man. I'm looking at this. I'm like, yeah, it's a beautiful country. It has beautiful people, but I'm looking at everything. I see Tanzania. I see Ethiopia. I see Kenya. Everywhere I go, you will see the same thing. The same thing, guys. We are rich. So much resources. Zambia is rich. So much resources everywhere. And this is how we live. Guys, if we're not working up, not only the president of Zimbabwe, somebody else will be sanctioned. You know what? Who will be sanctioned? President Kagame. Very soon. You will hear it. Because of what I came here to talk again and again and again. Rwanda is not the enemy of Congo. Again and again. You will see that happening. Just wait. Wait and see. Because they know where they want their interest from. So please hear me this loud. And let me know, guys, in the comment section. Let me know. But this is it. And I really hope we listen and we act this soon. I hope the leadership of Africa listen and act soon. One Africa right now, it is very necessary right now more than ever before. Right now, guys. Right now is the time to do that. Not tomorrow. Right now. Not 2063. Not 2031. Right now it is the time to do it. We must do it. We must be accountable. Let's do it to protect this shame that is coming after Africa all the time.